So with no further delay, I guess we'll go here and start the old segment we like to call news.
Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop. Tune your ears in, let's join the loop.
All right, here up first, Disney invested $1 billion into OpenAI. The deal will allow store users to use Disney, Marvel, and Lucasfilm characters in their own creations. The best videos will be that are created will then be selected and streamed on Disney Plus. Uh, how do you feel about this? You think this makes sense or is this dumb?
Um, I feel like it's probably going to be dumb at first, but I feel like it's going to make movies cost. They just want to make everything cost less and make the most amount of profits.
True.
And I think AI isn't there just yet. But if you think about it, what is AI? This is like the best right now. Today is the best AI is at this
Every
point.
day it's going to progress and get better.
Correct. Like I feel like after a certain time. I don't know when that would be, like 5, 10 years, like, it probably will take over a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
animating, but I don't know how that would affect the landscape for jobs and, um,
Well,
I
I think
think
you're going to have to find AI artists to come in there.
yeah,
And a lot of people are kind of giving Disney flack, but I feel like it makes sense because people are going to pirate and use their characters one way or the other. This way, they get a little bit of the cut
yeah,
and they don't got to sue the people. And they're getting free work from creators who they're not paying to make work for them.
yeah, and the other reason why I think they wanna do it is because they wanna, uh if you get more people creating images and videos on their AI software, the AI can use those images to add it to their catalog so
Yep.
that they can have more and more data to create better images over time. Like, I don't know if you heard about the I mean, this isn't about movies, but I don't know if you heard about the Adobe
I
thing,
don't know anything besides movies.
but the Adobe thing was Adobe did this thing about 6 months ago where, uh, when you use an Adobe product, all the
Mhm.
stuff you created on Adobe product, Adobe owned.
Oh, that's a fucked.
So the reason why they did that is because they needed information for their AI,
And yeah.
and they just can't get information, so they thought it would be a good idea to do that, which actually upset a lot of their users, and
Yeah, but they're clicking go ahead. They're just signing everything away when they do
no,
that.
it crashed the stock, and the company is, like,
Wow.
not doing good right now because of that decision making. So, like, the AI landscape is so large, I don't know how it could affect movies, and it could
Oh,
affect
it's
movies.
gonna affect everything. You just gotta find out how to make it work.
Yeah, and it could affect negatively,
Oh,
like
100%.
the Adobe situation. That's what I thought of when I saw the article. And I don't know, like, I don't know if you noticed this at the movies at AMC, like, there's a Coca-Cola commercial, and it says at the beginning of the commercial, "This commercial is 100% produced in AI."
Yeah, yeah, and people have been giving that commercial a lot of flack because you can tell that it just is soulless, but I don't know. I feel like if it's good enough, you won't realize. Like,
Yeah, and I mean, I see a lot of flack online about, like, using AI because it's taking jobs away from artists. And like, people usually complain because 'cause they're making, like, memes, but, like,
yeah,
I I don't know, I would never pay an artist
no,
hundreds of dollars to make a meme, so and then, like, my conscience be like, does my con I don't feel anything, but should I feel anything? And
yeah.
then I'm thinking about it for people who make movies, like, they're probably losing jobs and
Oh,
money,
yeah,
and,
100%.
like, maybe it's out of sight, out of mind, and, like, that's why, like, I don't feel anything behind it,
Fair enough,
but, like,
until it
me
comes for something that you're
yeah,
doing.
but, like, what if it was a family member, you know?
Exactly, 100%. Alright, well, let's stick in the, realm of Disney, stay with Disney here for this next story. Um, After the success of 2017's live action Beauty and the Beast, Disney needed IP-based programming for Disney Plus, and they were developing a Gaston series. It was being written by Josh Gad, and he was set to reprise his role as LaFleur alongside Luke Evans as Gaston. However, the series fell into production hell and never got made. But it looks like Disney wants to take another bite at that apple because they want to give they want to give Gaston his own solo movie in the vein of Maleficent, and it's going to be an original take on the character with the new actor portraying him, and the movie will have a swashbuckling tone. Uh, do you think Gaston deserves his own movie?
Well, funny enough, like, Gaston, I think it's like the Josh Gad, I'm
Yeah.
so glad, but the Josh Gad movie, it's kind of funny because, I don't really remember the animated one, but I do remember the Josh Gad one, and,
Mhm.
like, it's, like, his character is, like, the most memorable character from the movie
Who,
'cause
Gaston or
yeah,
Josh
Gaston,
Gad?
like, they're, like,
Yeah, their interaction
the
together?
interaction,
Yeah.
and, like, uh, I felt like there's more they have more character than Beauty and the Beast, even though that's what the movie's about. So, like, they had heart in the movie, but
Fair
that's
enough.
my opinion on it.
Yeah. No, no, I get that. But, yeah, it's interesting. This is gonna be written by one of the writers of, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse,
Okay.
and it's gonna be produced by a producer of Star Wars, so people who know what they're doing, kind of, I guess?
Yeah,
I don't know. But it's just interesting that they have these characters already in live action form, but they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go with some other people."
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So, we'll
I
see.
don't know if I would watch it, but
Fair
I
enough.
if the trailer looks interesting and they put a interesting spin, maybe I'd check it out.
They always find a weird way to actually make these characters work in live action when they're evil people. Um, Yabba Dabba Do 6 7. Yeah. Uh, fuck, I'm never gonna do that again. Sorry, someone was asking for that in the comments.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Blumhouse, we got some talk here about Blumhouse. After the success of Megan, Blumhouse wanted to start their own Megan universe. So they shot an erotic thriller titled Soulmate, which took place in the world of Megan. But after Megan 2.0 crashed and burnt hard at the box office, it looks like the Megan universe is no longer moving forward. Unfortunately, the studio no longer wants to release this Soulmate movie that's already shot and edited, and now they're shopping it around to different studios. And it's going to be an erotic thriller about a man who replicates his wife and essentially starts fucking her. I guess I don't know. Do you
So
think this makes sense for them to just try to get rid of a movie they already made?
well, they did it with that Batgirl movie.
But that never got made. They just
Oh, I
did
thought
that
they
tax write off.
I thought they shot that
They
movie.
they shot it, but they got rid of it and just collected tax money.
Okay.
What they is the Looney Tunes movie. The
Oh, I
David
heard yeah,
Ehrlich
yeah.
sued, and now they're doing that with Coyote versus Acme.
Yeah, I don't know. So, how do you feel about this, like, as movie as an art form and them destroying the film? Like, not
Oh no,
but
yeah, yeah,
not releasing it, I would
kind of
consider
burying it. Yeah,
yeah,
because a lot of people worked so hard to make the movie, and then it's there, but it's not being seen. But I get they're like, oh, we got to market it. That's thousands of dollars, it's almost a production budget
yeah,
right there. But it's like, guess what? You could just drop it on a streamer, no money
yeah.
put. Why not do that?
You know what it reminds what was that movie that came out for COVID with the North Korean movie? What was that called? I'm totally blanking.
North Korean movie.
Yeah, with,
Oh,
no, 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 it was the comedy movie with, the Pineapple Express guys,
an Asian movie with the
where they go to North Korea.
the interview. That
The
was the whole
interview
thing because it started an international crisis.
Yeah, but
Essentially.
what I'm trying to say is they just dumped it on a streamer and,
Yep,
like, it got an audience.
it
So
did.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying, like, they could just dump it on something and maybe they would get an audience for it.
exactly.
Yeah, but it does from the plot synopsis, it sounds like an interesting, like, Stepford
Yeah, a
Wives
little bit.
movie, but, I don't know. I just feel like Blumhouse is, like, they're just a money machine
Yeah,
for
they used to care about what they were putting out. Now they're just shitting things out and
yeah,
hoping it works.
yeah, like, they spent 10 million to try to make 50.
Like what they should have done, they should have made Megan 2.0 like they did and hold off to see if that worked and then make the Soulmate movie.
Yeah.
Eh, yeah, it's a little bizarre in my opinion. But hey, it happens, I suppose. Back in 2020, it was announced that Doug Liman was going to make movie history by being the first director to make a movie in space, and it was going to star Tom Cruise. As you can imagine, that's a ton of prep and red tape that needs to be signed off on before you make such an ambitious movie. They need to collaborate with NASA and SpaceX. But the bigger hurdle here is getting the government to sign off on it, and that speed bump would be getting Trump to sign off on it. And Tom Cruise doesn't want to ask Trump to do anything, so he's like, "All right, we're not going to make this movie because I don't want to owe Trump a favor or anything." I don't. I feel like that makes sense, or does that sound crazy to you?
I just wanna ask this question. Do you think, like, they need to film that?
No, I think it's the novelty
Yeah, that's
of
what
the
I
movie.
mean. So, like, do you think the novelty, like
It would probably suck.
well, as a here's a good example, the Tom Cruise movie, the Top Gun sequel, that was practically shot.
Yes,
Did that make it for you, or did the movie you
it
think
was fine,
the
but
movie was fine without
that
it?
movie saved cinema, like the
I know it
theaters.
I know it trying to like, did it need to be so real? It
Did it value I
yeah,
think it did. I think it added a little bit
okay.
something, but going in space, it's like you don't have sets, you don't have locations, you're just on, like, a space station probably, so it's like, how much you can't really set cameras and lights up, I don't really know. I feel like it'd be, like, all visually sh
What they're reminding me of, like how a lot of movies realistic lighting. For me, I don't really like it.
Yeah.
So, like, that Wolfman movie that came out a
Oh,
couple years ago,
the
or last
Benicio del Toro one, or the one that just came out?
the one that just
Oh,
came
I
out,
hated that movie.
but they couldn't see anything.
Yeah, it was
They
so
wanted
dark.
because they wanna do realistic lighting. So, I feel if you want to do if they're gonna do a real space movie, how are they gonna light it? They
True.
might not look good either, and then they could spend all that money and it just be a waste because it doesn't look good.
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, I feel like it's a gamble either way, but, yeah, they say they're putting it on pause, so they can come back
I would put it on.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not a filmmaker, but I would still put it on pause.
100%. A movie that I thought was gonna be paused here, so, Danny Boyle and Alex Garland always envisioned 28 years later as a trilogy. Sony signed off on only 2 movies, so they shot 28 years later and 28 years later, The Blood Temple back to back. After the lukewarm reaction of the first 28 days later, the likelihood of making a third movie seemed a bit iffy. However, it looks like reactions coming out of early screenings for The Bone Temple have been solid. So the studio has officially greenlit the third movie in the trilogy, and it
Wow.
looks like Alex Garland will be coming back to write it, and most likely, Cillian Murphy, the original star of 28 Days Later, is in negotiations to come back. The only question is, will Danny Boyle shoot it, or will Nia DaCosta, who made The Bone Temple, or will someone else come in? Did you see the 28 Years Later?
Yeah, I did, and it was one of those movies. I don't know about how you felt about it, but it was one of those movies where I saw the movie, and then after the next day when I thought more about it, I thought there was a lot of good themes, but the problem is, like, if you're not I don't wanna say if you don't understand the themes and what they're trying to say,
Yeah,
like like like, clearly, like, it was implying the whole time, like, he's a child soldier, like, you're
mhm,
not in the army, but, like, that's, like, all the background
sure.
shot. So, like and, like, I like the theme of, like, everybody lied to him
Yep,
except the doctor.
mhm,
So
and he respected the doctor more,
yeah,
and he wanted to become his own independent person after dealing with the
so
doctor.
like, when I got out of the movie, I saw, um I guess with, like, my brother-in-law, and he didn't like it, and we were talking outside the movie theater, and I was like, "Well, it had this scene and this scene, and I really liked it." And he's like, "Oh, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just thinking like, oh, this is just another, like, zombie movie." No, I think there's a lot of heart in
Oh,
this
yeah.
movie, and I'm looking forward to The Bone Temple. I'm
Oh,
not sure about you, but I like the movie.
I was a little mixed, like, I felt like it was 3 movies put into 1. I felt like we coulda had a full movie with the kid and the dad. We coulda had a full
Yeah,
movie with the
you're
kid
right.
and the mother, and a movie with the kid where they're going with the Bone Temple.
Yeah. Yeah.
If there was just 1 movie each and they did a trilogy like that, I woulda liked it more. I'm not gonna lie, by the end, I'm like, "I don't know if I need this." I was already getting up to walk away because you can anticipate when a movie's ending, and then when that last crazy shit happened, I'm like, "Oh," I stopped in my tracks. I'm like, "I wanna see where the fuck that movie is going now."
Yeah, and I do like how the movie kind of bookends itself really
Mhm.
well.
Yeah. So, you're gonna check out Bone Temple, you
I
think?
am gonna check out Bone Temple.
Alright, fair enough. I like that. That's cool. Alright, Kevin Smith claims that he is writing a three-piece film which will be more of an adult film rather than a cartoonish child-like foul-mouthed Askew movie, and it's gonna be a period piece. I don't know. Do you think Kevin Smith has what it takes to make a serious film? A serious period piece film?
I'm pausing because I'm thinking about something the other day, but a different director.
Yeah, yeah.
So we were talking about movies in general, and you brought up uh, Steven Spielberg,
Mhm.
and there was a point in his life where I believe it was like right when he became
Starting off.
like he was when he became a family man.
Mhm.
I think maybe the passion for movies kind of went away. And then I kind of have that same feeling with Kevin Smith, but unfortunately, like with like a lot of like life events, which I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to go into
No, no,
details.
no, yeah, I agree with that. I feel like when he started getting high, that's when the movies went downhill a little bit,
Yeah,
and then once he got that when he had the heart attack, I feel like him coming back and looking at that lens in Clerks 3 kinda added a little more soul and seriousness to it. I don't know.
I wasn't a fan of those movies either. It was interesting. Like I saw the pivot that you're talking about him stop smoking weed, but then
But he did Jay and Silent Bob Strike the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, which was dog shit.
well, I'm talking about like I feel like the heart attack just made his viewpoint on the world change,
Fair enough.
which made his films change, and I'm like,
In a
it
bad way? Or
I think it like, it wasn't a I don't wanna say in a bad way because I know you're a really big fan of I forget the movie where it's about going to the movies.
oh, the 4:30 movie. I
Yeah,
liked it, but I know it's not
yeah,
everyone's.
it's not everybody's but what I'm trying to say is that movie was made for you, and
Yeah, but a very niche market.
yeah, I wouldn't say
Mhm.
there was another movie that I can't remember the name of right now, but that was I would say that was more for me,
I feel
but
like in the same vein, are you talking about The
it's
Fabelmans?
like no,
Okay.
no, but that makes my Steven Spielberg make a lot but, I haven't seen that movie. Maybe I should so that I can get back
I
to you.
feel like The Fabelmans is like the serious version, 4:30 is the comedy
Yeah.
version. I lean more towards the comedy version, but
Well, he did Red State, and Red
Red
State
State was fan I watched it a couple of months ago, it still holds up in
yeah,
my
I haven't seen it recently, but, like, I remember it vividly. If the movie's if the movie has to be good if you remember it vividly, 'cause it's
Yeah,
been made and I haven't seen when did that come out? Do you remember?
2009 or 10.
And I still remember most of the scenes, so I would say, like, that's a good movie.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I think you said you're mixed on, like, Tusk, you didn't like Tusk?
Tusk looks good, but I don't care about the story.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Like, it looks good. So but then after Tusk, I don't think those movies look good. I want
Yeah, it started going down great, like, when he did Yoga Hosers and Chainsaw Pub Reboot, they had, like, the video film
yeah,
like, not film, but it looked like it was just digital and, like, sloppy.
yeah, but, like, I will say Tusk looks good.
Oh, yeah, visually. Yeah, alright. So, alright, moving on here, let's see what I got up next. Alright, so a few episodes ago, Dennis and I were talking about the fact that Sony was developing a movie based around the popular Labubu figures, but we didn't have any further info on the movie. Well, now it looks like Paddington and Paddington 2 director Paul King will be producing and directing the live action movie. Do you think that a Labubu movie makes any sense? And do you think bringing in the director of what might be some of the finest family wholesome movies of the past 25 years, do you think that'd be a good match?
What's funny is, I went to Japan at late October, early November, and, we were looking around for Labubus because, I mean, they're not
Well,
made
I
in
think it's
Japan.
Korean, right?
I think they're Chinese. They
Okay.
were more there was, like, gotcha machine
Yeah,
places.
yeah.
We went to a slot machine place, and they actually had a little, like it kinda looked like like the '60s, '70s, like, Rudolph movies, like, those Labubu. So, I could see them making a movie, and Paddington 2 might be a top 3 children's movie for me, so I'm really excited about it. How do you feel about the little Labubus?
How do I personally feel about
Yeah.
it? I don't give a fuck about them. I will say, you know my brother Nick,
Does he collect Labubu?
no, but so I went to Comic-Con last July,
Yeah.
and I got into the Pop Mart, like, there's lottery of what you can go and buy and sign up
Oh,
for.
yeah, 'cause it look a lot of Labubus that
Yeah,
show up
and
somewhere, right?
exclusive.
Yeah.
So Nick, it was like, "Alright, here's my credit card, buy all the Labubus you can." I bought, like, 1,200 bu I had to ship all the Labubus home, put them up on eBay, nothing. No one has nibbled or bit at it at all. They're
Yeah.
just sitting in this room collecting dust.
I think the Labubus have
Uh-huh.
by the way.
Yeah.
So, like, how it worked was it was with teenage girls.
I mean, they made these things 10 years ago.
Well, I think they caught on with teenage girls a couple months ago, and then it got caught on with adults,
What I heard
and
was I think it was,
and then it caught on
the Black Pink actress who's in, White Lotus, she was had it, and, like, people
uh,
went crazy for that.
okay. But then I heard they're with kids, and once it goes to kids, I feel like it
It kinda
kinda
died.
dies out, yeah.
Yeah. But I will say, like, looking at them, like, they're awesome looking. They're visually it looks like they could be mischievous, and, like, I believe when I was doing research for this, there was a book. There's, like, a whole mythology book on, like, Labubu, so I
Yeah,
guess
they're thinking that
yeah.
they got little bellies now,
Fair enough, fair
little
enough.
round
I
bellies.
do too. So I guess I'm using this platform as if you're looking for Labubus, please send movietoast news and reviews at gmail.com an email, and I can let you know what I got and I can ship it to you. I'm
Yeah,
not even joking. I can send you the link to eBay. You're legit. Yeah. All right. Anything else before we move on?
great.
Fantastic movie. I still say you should check out Paddington 3, not Paddington
I
3,
just haven't had
but it's not directed by Paul King, so it's slightly
yeah.
different. All right. So let's see here. A couple of episodes ago of the Hot Mic podcast, Cooper Jeff Snyder said that he has credible rumors that Puss in Boots himself, Mr. Antonio Banderas, is in talks to co-star along Nick Cage in True Detective season 5. He's not sure if Banderas will be a detective or a bad guy or anything, but could you see Antonio Banderas and Nick Cage going head to head or working side by side in a True Detective format?
Um, Let me know. I haven't seen him in anything.
Antonio?
Antonio,
He's gonna do like smaller. And
okay,
last thing I saw him in was Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
that's what I was
That's
gonna
years
say. That's the only thing I can remember is him being in that really good Puss in Boots movie, but I really haven't seen him, like, act in a while. I think he could do a good job, um, and I'd be really excited with Nick Cage
I was
rather.
gonna say, do you think he'd be a good match, the 2
Yeah,
together?
I think they could, just because Nick Cage can do
Anything.
I think he can do anything. He's really surprised me in the past, like, 10 years with all his films. Like, I wanted to like, this is an older movie, but I went into Big Blind,
I
and
haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's kinda like John Wick with the pig, right?
no, it's not like John Wick. It's they
It's
just
the
talk. They just talk in that movie,
same. Was it
and
bad or good?
it's one of my
Oh,
favorite.
whoa! I just checked on IMDb. The last movie Antonio Banderas and I saw, we just talked about Paddington and Bruce. He's the main bad guy in it. Holy
Life Life is Poetry.
oh my
Pig is a great movie where, like, he has, like, his pig stolen from him, but, like, he just goes around and talks to people. That's the movie,
is
and
it interesting or
yeah,
funny?
I would very much recommend it. I don't wanna spoil the peak of the movie, but when he just talks. The peak of the movie is him just talking to someone,
Huh.
and it's such a visceral comment, and I'm like, "Wow, I've never heard anybody talk down to someone so, like,
Is it like
polite."
elegant or
Yeah,
what?
yeah, and
Huh.
and and the guy, like, I don't wanna spoil it. I would recommend Pig.
It's interesting that you say he can do anything. Someone who may or may not be a friend of ours of the show, who might be watching the show right now, might have seen a test screening for the John Madden movie and told me a little bit about it. And sounds like it's an interesting combination of Nick Cage and prosthetics playing John Madden, developing the Madden video game. It could be interesting. I don't know. It may or may not have happened. I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I
Yeah.
I can't comment on that.
I think you might know the guy who I'm talking about.
Okay.
We might have mentioned him earlier. Anyways, uh, James Cameron is currently writing a new Terminator movie, but he said Schwarzenegger will not be returning. And the main reason is he wants to focus on a new generation of characters. And more intriguingly enough, he wants to do what he did back in the 80s and kind of foreshadow the future. He doesn't want to live in where we're at now with technology. He wants to show what it could be like in the future, how he predicted AI could be such a powerful force today. Do you think he could pull that off? Do you think a movie without Arnold, do you think we can have a fresh start on Terminator and forget all that Arnold shit?
I don't know, I don't think so, and I just feel like
'Cause they've tried so many times and it doesn't work.
they keep on trying to do this thing with AI movies, and they're like, I forget the name of the last one. Maybe you'll know what I'm talking about because I can't remember the name of the movie, but I remember, like, the movie I was watching, I was like, "They just wanna be Blade Runner."
Yeah,
What was it?
Tron that you're no, we talked about this a couple months ago. Fuck.
Oh, it was the Alien movie.
Oh,
Show
right, yes.
show
Oh,
the
Alien
show,
Earth.
Alien Earth,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, they just wanna be Blade Runner," and I'm like, "Why does everybody wanna be Blade Runner? Like, why can't they just,
Yeah, do
uh,
something original, something unique.
do something original?" I don't know. The after Terminator 2, I've seen every Terminator
It's funny,
movie.
when we're talking, what's coming to my mind is when I had you go see Terminator 3 with me. We saw it at the, Regal, yeah,
Yeah,
the mall, and we were just so excited. We saw a kid in the bathroom excited talking about it,
yeah, and
and then we watched it, we're like, "What
we
the
saw it
fuck?"
a week care
Yeah,
for
it
it,
was not good.
and I don't know if I've outgrown the series. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, it's like I feel like T2 was great. It's a good twist on what worked in the first one. But yeah, T3 was kind of a letdown. Terminator Salvation was like, "Oh, shit, we're seeing the robot
Yeah,
uprising," but that was a letdown. And then, "Oh, shit, we're getting Sarah Connors in an alternative universe with Khaleesi playing her in that other one." Oh, that didn't really work. It worked for me, I liked it. But then the last one with Arnold, I was like, "What is this?" It's like an immigration story, and the Terminator's now grizzled and old, and John Connors was killed back. It made no
yeah.
sense.
You know what I did like, with the Terminator show that was on Fox, but I think I only
The
like
Sarah Connor Chronicles?
yeah, I think I only like the 1st season. I think I had
I didn't watch it, but it looked bad.
I think I liked it, but I what year was that? 2005?
I think it's
So 20 years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
I'm not sure if it's streaming anywhere, maybe, again,
Did
but
you check out the Netflix anime? Uh,
no, I did not.
I didn't hear anything about it. I wanted to watch it, but I didn't, so that might stay on.
The other thing that came out, I know this is a game podcast. I mean, I'm not gonna buy this game, but
Oh, the 2-bit one?
it looks good, but I don't think I would buy it.
Yeah, it looks more like an arcade game, but it's like I don't know. I was watching the trailer the other
Yeah, I just think so you think the franchise is still I think
I
it's
think
still
so, yeah. And that sucks, but it's like, hey, if that will pull James Cameron away from Avatar, fucking do it. I'd love that.
I'm sick of it,
Yeah,
so that's another story
yeah.
for another day.
Which not reviewing that today.
Yeah.
If you wanna see that review, I'll be putting that up on this channel in a couple of days. But no. Alright, so Lakeith Stanfield is set to play Dennis Rodman in a movie titled 48 Hours in Vegas. The movie's inspired by a crazy story about how Dennis Rodman went on this crazy madcap adventure in the middle of the 1998 NBA Finals in Vegas. The film was supposed to star Jonathan Majors, but after all the allegations came out, it was dropped and the movie was kind of put on ice. Uh, I don't know. I like Lakeith Stanfield, and I think he's a better choice than uh, Jonathan Majors.
Do you think
I do. Jonathan Majors is a fantastic actor, but Lakeith has this charming person that kind of looks like him.
really? 'Cause I was like, Jonathan Majors has the size.
He,
Uh, you know what I'm
but must too much muscle. I think.
Dennis Rodman was a big guy.
That's
I'm trying to remember. I don't know. This is like I are you looking forward to this? Because I'm really looking forward to this. 'Cause Dennis Rodman is such an interesting
Yeah,
character.
he's like I would just watch a whole franchise movie about him, like because being friends with Kim Jong Il and like
Yeah, exactly.
all this stuff. Like I know nothing about this 'cause I'm not a fan.
Trilogy.
Oh, dude, sign me up.
They do
And did he do some movies in like Militia Man or
what
Judge Dredd? No, he was in a couple of movies,
he was
right?
in a couple movies. I can't remember them, but he was definitely in a
Oh
he's
man,
he's such a character, and I mean that in a good way.
yeah.
And
And speaking of Jonathan Majors, he had a movie come out at the beginning of the year that all magazine.
yeah,
It might be one of my favorite movies of
unbelievable.
the year.
I had the same time as you. It's really I don't know the full story, but I heard, like, outlines of it. You can correct me if I'm wrong. He was accused of something, and then it came out that
Yeah,
it
like
wasn't
abusing his girlfriend and like
yeah, and then
a lot of
yeah,
heinous stuff.
and then
But he was trial. He went to prison. I think he did his time. Alright,
yeah,
people do things, and I mean, it's not cool if he did that. That's fucked. But he did the time. Let him come back.
yeah,
I don't know. Other people have done far worse shit.
way worse.
So I don't know. But you think this would be an interesting movie?
Yeah,
I do too.
I do too.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Speaking of interesting movies, wait, we got a comment here. Nope, or we don't. Sorry. Speaking of movies here. Oh wow. Oh, I'm out of sync here. Oh boy. I don't have my. All right. Well, we're going without a fucking picture on this one, folks. That's so
Alright.
weird. It looks like Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson's Katniss Everdeen and Peeta will be popping up in the Hunger Games: Sunrise of the Reaping. I guess the prequel novel has an older Peeta and Katniss listening to Haymitch wax poetically about his days in the Hunger Games. So I feel like it's gonna be kinda like when we see Frodo in the beginning of the Hobbit movies. I don't know. How do you feel like the Hunger Games? Do you not give a fuck about Hunger Games?
I think the Hunger Games are just like a popcorn movie.
Fair enough.
I mean, I don't hate them, I don't, like, love them, but, like, I can sit down and watch them once. I don't know
Yeah,
how you feel about them.
I honestly like 'em. I rewatched it like a year ago. Like, I enjoy and then the prequel movie that they made, the 2, I believe they
I
made,
did like
really good. And this one the next one is based off, what's his face from True Detective? I can't think of names right now. Fucking wow, this is sad. Woody Harrelson's character.
Woody
Yeah,
Harrelson.
it's his character. So, I guess it
Okay.
would make sense that he would be telling the story to these kids. Yeah, I check it out, and thank you. Double Take is the movie we were talking about. Dennis Rodman. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Rick. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know. It's interesting because I feel like Jennifer Lawrence was the, like, great acclaim for doing the Hunger Games movies, and Josh Hutcherson kinda just floats around. He got more acclaim from doing Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah. Um, yeah,
I like him. He's a good. I interviewed him once for.
yeah.
He's a good guy, but
I'm trying to remember his acting from Five Nights at Freddy's. I could comment on it, but
fair
maybe
enough.
I can't. Maybe he didn't do a good job because I can't remember. I remember more lines his sister said in the movie than I can remember him. I just remember him being lethargic the whole movie, like I'm having bad
Pretty
dreams.
much. Pretty much. Yeah, yeah. I will say he's in a show right now on Max on HBO that people love. Rachel Snapp's show. I love L.A. He's pretty good in it. He is kind of playing a regular guy. And if you haven't seen, there's this show called Future Man on Hulu, a comedy, and it's hilarious. He stars in it.
Oh,
There's
he's
like
in it
3
so
seasons.
well.
Yeah,
Is he like do you think he's on the same caliber as can't remember his name. He always has smaller parts. He was in Smile movies and
yeah, I know. Yeah,
yeah,
Dinner in America.
Man in America.
I
Yeah.
love him, man.
Yeah, I love him too. Do you think he's on the same caliber as him?
Yeah,
he's
like
a great actor.
I think he just
He's
hasn't had the right. Kyle Gallner.
Kyle Gallner. I think Kyle Gallner is a great
Oh,
actor.
he's fantastic.
And so I wonder like
I feel like he's not as good as Kyle Gallner, but the two are different, but
but
they're good in their own way.
but you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like
He just hasn't had that role that
yeah,
counts.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm
Alright.
excited, and I'm happy to see that they didn't turn their backs on the franchise that made them stars. Kinda nice.
Yeah.
All right. I know, off mic, you said you don't really have anything to say about this next story, so,
I'm gonna try my best.
it's all good, it's all good. So, rumors were swirling around the internet over the past, couple of weeks about the fact that Marvel is gonna be actually putting out different teaser trailers in front of Avatar: Fire and Ash. Over the next 4 weeks, we're gonna get a new teaser each week, and there were rumors floating around that we're gonna like focus on like, let's say Captain America for one trailer, Fantastic Four the next, X-Men the next, Loki, and so many other possible people. And then right before Avatar came out, one leak, the first one leaked, which starred Steve Rogers, who, spoiler alert, in the last movie, went back in time, and essentially he's no longer part of our continuity, and we're done seeing him. But the trailer was all about Steve Rogers will return in Avengers: Doomsday, and after that happened, supposedly the second trailer leak, which is Thor kind of with his arm off or something like that, which is kind of interesting. But after all that happened, a couple days later, they leaked the trailer for um Spider-Man, Brand New Day. So it's like Marvel is going through these major leaks right now of trailers. Nobody knows where the Avengers one came from. Rumor has it that the Spider-Man one, which is very blurry, but you can hear it vividly, was from they do these like test marketing things where they show people trailers and get the reaction. Supposedly someone was recording it. I wonder how the fuck do you record it in a room and nobody sees or says anything? Maybe, that could be, but how do you feel about, like, big major movies like this getting like, leaked like that?
Well, I actually what's interesting is I think the big story here, I don't know how you feel about this.
Please,
I just throw a curveball in.
go ahead.
Like them trying to put trailers between Avatar so you
The
see
marketing
y
for both
yeah.
them and Avatar, I fucking hate it. It's
Yeah.
genius at the same
That's
time.
what I was how do you feel about it? Because, like, I'm not seeing Avatar 4 times. I mean, I'm not a Marvel head. And then, like, the thing about it is, like, do they really think they can manipulate Marvel fans to see a movie
Right.
4 times
No,
to
no,
watch trailers? You're paying to see an ad. I don't know how I feel about
and
that.
it's like 10 to 15 seconds. Yeah, and Avatar: Fire and Ash is 3 hours and 17 minutes.
Well, I
And
mean, like,
no,
I assume, like, like, crazy Marvel
and
fans
people are saying
would
Marvel fans are going in, seeing the trailer and walking out.
that's what I was about to say.
So it's kinda genius on them.
But it's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm gonna pay for an ad.
Uh-huh.
But, that's how I feel about, like, the situation. The leaks, I mean, like, leaks are gonna happen.
Yeah.
I guess it would be bad, like, if it ruins the movie, but I don't see how a trailer leak can
But
ruin
it's
a
interesting
movie.
because what I'm thinking of, I go back to like 2008, 2009, that area. We got, or I guess it'd be probably 9 to 10. We Wolverine Origins leaked online before it came out, and Iron Man 2 leaked online. Like that was a major leak. The whole movie's
Yeah.
uh but also the other hot button thing that fanboys are nerding out over is, oh my god, Captain America is coming back. Holy shit, is Chris Evans replacing uh the current Captain America, and it's like, no, 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 no. They said Steve Rogers, and for all we know, this could be a ploy. This could be like a MacGruber situation or Deadpool 2, where he's on screen, but then he's killed off because a lot of rumors before this trailer came out was the reason Doom is doing this is because the incursion that Steve caused by going back in time and spending living with Peggy opposed to doing what he was supposed to do caused this whole rip in the timeline, and that fucked up Doom's world. So Doom is going to go back and kill Peggy and his son in front of Cap, or I guess Steve. So it's like, do you think they're just going to bring Chris in and kill him off, or do you think he's going to be an actual character throughout the whole movie?
I thought he was done.
That's the thing. He was done, and
Like then I don't know if I like him as a person because then is he telling the truth?
yeah, that's the thing. You
Yeah,
can't trust these
yeah.
things. But what I was thinking, it could be interesting because we're getting Steve Rogers, but is he gonna be maybe the Nomad? Or is he gonna maybe be Captain Hydra? That'd be cool if he's Captain Hydra teaming up with Doctor Doom.
Yeah, and I thought they were gonna do Secret Wars.
They are. That's gonna be the next movie after.
Oh,
Yeah.
which would, uh, so I don't know how this all if it's all like opposite, like different characters playing different roles from different timelines. I don't know how that would go into Secret Wars. And I don't even know how you do Secret Wars because Secret Wars was just a comic book to sell toys.
Mhm.
But we do get God Emperor Doom. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's not gonna. These trailers aren't gonna make me see Avatar.
Yeah. But do you respect the fact that they're keeping it you gotta see if they're making an event out of it opposed to we're just gonna drop it online? Or is that kind of a flawed system in your book?
I just think it's bad consumer wise to trick people into paying to see an
Fair
ad.
enough. I
I
got you.
just feel like it's scummy, and I don't know if the movie industry should be doing that
Yeah.
this time. Like,
Yeah.
maybe
They're already floundering enough.
yeah. I mean, um, this year has been not, like, a disappointing year, but there's been less movies that I've been excited for this year,
Mhm.
like, each year since it's kinda sad because like, I know the movie industry did kinda crash in 2020, but, like, each year it's becoming
No, 2020 was fine. It was 2023 where the strikes happened and put people like me out of work till today, and
yeah, and
that's what fucked
and
it up.
it's been getting, like, for me
It's been getting worse. Yeah, quality
yeah,
of film.
like, as an example, like, in 2019, I wanted to watch every movie that was
Mhm.
nominated for the Oscars. There hasn't been a year since 2019 where I was interested in watching every movie that was nominated.
Fair enough.
I don't know, and I'm not saying that Oscars is the end all be all, but like I don't know. I just feel like the quality is going down,
Yeah,
and there's some movies like I they just don't like grab my interest.
fair enough.
Later in our reviews, there are some like uh, there's some light, but like I want to see more.
Mm. Now, I will say the one ploy that worked, like, after they played the or before they played the Avengers, teaser, in my, screening of, Avatar, they played the prologue to The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's new movie, and that was a 6-minute epic scope show and stuff,
Really?
and that was well worth it. That was better than the Avengers. It was better than Avatar itself.
Well, I will say this, like, I didn't think that, like, his latest movies have been the
Oppenheimer was boring. I
I
was
like
bored.
I'm saying I like his latest movies, like, but, like, his earlier movies I do really like, but it's
Yeah.
funny, like, Christopher Nolan, in my opinion, is a filmmaker,
Mhm,
and
100%.
probably maybe the gimmick I didn't see the gimmick, but that six-minute gimmick sounds like something
Well,
cooler.
it's interesting because that gimmick was a week or 2 ago, as of our recording right
Yeah.
now. It was gonna play in front of 70 millimeter IMAX screenings of Sinners and, what was the other big movie this year? That was, One Battle After Another. So I was surprised because if they played it in front of my regular digital 3D version of Avatar, I'm like, "Oh, this is amazing." Like, if they sold that to me, you'll see 6 minutes of it that's well worth it. Show me a chunk of the movie
Yeah,
opposed to just a
yeah.
15-second tease. Fuck you.
I'm as a person, I'm more excited
Yeah, yeah.
than, like, a 30-second clip.
100%. All right, moving on here. James Gunn has officially cast a German actor named Lars Ettinger as Man of Tomorrow's villain Brainiac. This comes weeks after heavy speculation that the front runners for the role was Dave Bautista, Matt Smith, Claire's Bang, and Sam Rockwell. Uh, I don't know. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, who's going to be Brainiac?" He's teasing it. And I don't know. I don't know this Lance guy. I'm looking at his IMDb right now. Only thing he was in that I saw and you saw with me is Jay Kelly, but he was like a small role. He was someone in Jay Kelly.
Let me see the count. That scene was
Uh, the fuck did I say?
Well, I'll ask you a question while
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
looking it
yeah,
up.
yeah.
So, do you think that James Gunn is saving DC?
Mm, ah, that's a hot button question.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't He had 1 decent movie so far, and sure, uh, Peacemaker was good, but that was before he took over, and the 2nd season was a little hit or miss opposed to the 1st season. The fact that he's just making his own movies opposed to letting people like, yeah, we're getting Clayface next year,
yeah.
and, what's the other one that we're gonna be getting? I don't
The only one I know is Clayface.
yeah, there's another one, but I'm thinking besides Supergirl appearance. I don't know, I just don't like the way that he's using this to kinda be a troll on, like, X and stuff, like, he's just really doing some things that rub me the wrong way, but
Yeah, I'll say ask another controversial question. Does DC need to be saved?
yeah, I feel like I didn't care for, uh
I mean, I didn't.
I didn't really care for the last Justice League batch of movies. Honestly, I did like Shazam, the 1st one, the 2nd one sucked, in my opinion. I, fuck, Aquaman I surprisingly liked, but I don't remember any of it. Wonder Woman I loved, but I think just start fresh, don't make it this grand thing, just make movies like you used to make. It doesn't have to be the MCU, I
Yeah.
think. Uh, Sorry, I'm just pulling up this Lars guy for you. Killing Time. Alright, here we go.
I'm excited for that movie, but we're not gonna talk about
Giger?
it. Yeah,
I haven't watched the trailer yet.
I have.
Alright, so yeah, I think they're just a bunch of German,
I
uh,
haven't seen any of
yeah.
those. I just wanted to double check just in case.
No, but, do you feel like it makes sense? Like, I feel like this adds up with putting David Cornsweet as the main character, making our villain someone we don't fully know because you can get immersed a little bit, but I would have loved to have seen Sam Rockwell. Matt Smith could be interesting, but I respect the fact that he's giving an actor a shot who might not have popped in America yet.
So later in the reviews, I'm gonna give a same similar comment. Um, there are better actors in other countries,
Oh, yeah.
and like, uh, if he like is the man for the job, you should get him. You
Yeah.
shouldn't get someone you
Who's the
think,
best?
yeah, you should get the person who's the best.
Not just a name that will sell tickets,
Yeah,
because then later on, they can sell tickets if they're good enough.
yeah. And I think like you should give a guy a chance. Like, who's the guy from who is in Quentin Tarantino movies? The German guy who he got
Oh,
a chance.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And he was trying to be an actor his entire life, and then when Quentin Tarantino gave him a chance for, Inglourious Basterds, it put him on the map as a and he was always
I mean, he was always on, but Christoph Waltz.
yeah, I'm talking about him.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like,
like, he blew up after that.
he
Kinda
did
like
blow up,
yeah.
and he's I watched interviews with him, he's, like, humble about it, he's like, "I wasn't always a good actor."
Mhm.
Quentin Tarantino just found me in a time where I fine-tuned my craft. When I was looking at the IMDb for this, I don't remember his name, but the German guy who's gonna play supposedly gonna play Brainiac, he has a full catalog, he's been
Yeah,
doing it for a while.
going to country, which makes sense.
Yeah,
When you're still in your country, America, and you blow up.
yeah. So, I'm hoping it's good, and, um,
Yeah.
I could see Brainiac being an interesting character compared to, like, someone in the past, like, who was the villain in, their version of the Avengers, the Justice League?
Um, yeah, yeah,
It
Darkseid.
Yeah, Darkseid, or, like, there was that other guy who was, like, CGI monster, like
Yeah.
yeah. So, I think if you have, like, a more interesting grounded character, that could be a much more interesting film. Like, Lex Luthor is a more interesting villain than, like, most of, like,
Yeah.
superh
And that's the thing, this is gonna be a two-hander. Apparently, Man of Tomorrow will be more of a Lex Luthor, Superman buddy team together in a way,
yeah, and I do
coming against a bigger threat.
do find Luthor character interesting because he's doing what he thinks is right. It's
Mhm.
kinda like going back to the Marvel thing, Doctor Doom, his story, he's doing what he thinks is right versus the Avengers, what they think is right. So it's an interesting story. So I think it
Yeah.
could be interesting, and then if we're getting a new actor a chance who could do a good thing,
Why not?
yeah, why not? How do you feel about all that?
I agree with what you're saying, and I thought of the other movie, which is in the DCU, but it might not be the Batman 2 is the other one we're getting.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, like, that's the interesting thing here, like, right now, it's like, are they gonna get a new Batman because it seems like James Gunn wants his own Batman, but it's like Rob Pattinson's already kinda killing it. I think they're waiting to see how that if he's gonna integrate in here. I don't know.
How do you feel about that Batman movie? Because I thought it was fine, and I
Yeah,
thought it looked
it
so
visually
oh my
and the
god.
score,
Yeah, the music and the look of the
but
movie,
the
beautiful.
story and plot, I was a little bored. I like that they flooded
Yeah,
Gotham at the end. I'm like, "Holy fuck, how do you rebuild Gotham?"
I like Paul Dan
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Paul
yeah.
Dan but yeah, so, like, I give him the sequel.
Yeah, and that brings us into our next story here. On episode 229, the last episode, Dennis and I talked about the fact that Scarlett Johansson was slated to play a villain in the Batman Part 2, but little was known at the time of who she was gonna play. But it sounds like she's gonna be playing Gilda Gold, aka Harvey Dent's wife. But that's not even the craziest news surrounding the casting, because it looks like at one point Brad Pitt was gonna be eyed to play her father-in-law, Harvey Dent's father, who was kind of this abusive alcoholic that made Harvey Dent wanna be that good guy. And out of all that, her being this villain, Gilda Gold, that kinda ties into, I guess, last Halloween, which is about, like, Harvey Dent and Batman searching for this holiday killer who kills people on holidays, and that turned out to be his wife. And that could lead off to Harvey becoming Two-Face. I don't know. How do you feel about all that? Like, do you think that makes any sense?
Yeah,
Or
I think if all that is true, that sounds like a good movie. That's
yeah, like
all I can really say,
yeah.
and I would watch it, like, compared to, like, the stuff that I'm hearing in the Marvel
Mhm.
universe, like, that sounds like an interesting, compelling story that I would wanna watch,
Right.
and if the story's good and it looks as good as the last Batman movie, then that's all I need. It doesn't
Yeah.
I feel like the Christopher Nolan Batmans, they like, people, like, hold them on such a high pedestal, and they are good
I
movies,
like him, but
but give them others a chance.
and that's the thing, like, I like I feel like I like Batman Begins more than The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, but everyone's like, "No, no, Dark Knight is the best. Rises is good." But I'm like, watching Bruce kinda train and become Batman and
Yeah,
get the skills, I really dug. And I think that's kind of what we're getting with this Reeves version of Batman, because we're seeing him in the year 1, year 2 kind of phrase. Uh, but how do you feel about I mean, it's yeah, apparently negotiations fell through and we're not gonna have Brad Pitt in it, but could you see Brad Pitt falling into this world and fitting in?
yeah. Brad Pitt, seasoned actor.
Yeah.
I feel like he definitely has his own style, if that makes any sense, but I feel like he could just slot in just
Mhm.
fine. Like,
And not playing the main character, just playing like a side character who is like the reason why our main character who is he is.
yeah, I feel like he could do it. I don't know if he'd wanna do it. I don't
True.
know him personally
Yeah.
because he's
You
always
don't
been
know him
so
fuck, I'll tell
yeah,
you.
yeah. But, he, like, he always plays the main character, but I feel like it would make sense, for him. He's played a lot of sinister characters in
Mhm.
the past. I just feel like he's got a decent range, but he is Brad Pitt,
Yeah.
so, like, he's gonna have that twang to it.
Now, who could you see, playing Harvey Dent married to Scarlett Johansson? Who would you wanna see playing Two-Face essentially down the line? Anybody come to mind for you?
At all. What about you?
That's a good you know who I think would be cool, we were just talking about? Sam Rockwell would be interesting because he kinda although I guess he was the villain in, yeah, Iron Man 2, so no, maybe not, because he has that friendliness, but he can also be evil.
Sam Rockwell was the best part of Iron
He was, yeah, I did not care for the wrestler as Whiplash.
Yeah,
Fuck, who would be a good Harvey Dent? Like oh, maybe like Timothy Olyphant?
not sure. The problem is, like, who played Harvey Dent in the Nolan films?
What's his face?
Because he was so
He was
perfect.
great.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That big shoes to fill.
Yeah, fuck, why can I not think of it his,
Was he in that fireman show or something?
Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah, he was so good. Um, so I don't know who could play it.
Ooh, they should bring Billy D. Williams to play.
Billy Dee
He
Williams.
played him back in, Lego Batman, I guess. Uh,
I think they should just from Lego Batman. I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
dude, Will Arnett as Batman, I love to see it
Yeah,
live action. We were talking about
yeah,
that the other day.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, okay. I guess we killed enough time talking about that. My apologies. Alright, up next, what do we have here? Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi are the reason Warner Brothers had such a stellar year this year with movies like Sinners, Final Destination Bloodlines, F1, Minecraft movie, their whole slate. They killed it. Best, biggest studio this year to make money. It seems like they are starting a new banner over at Warner Brothers, a more contemporary film banner. and they brought the top 3 brass from Eon, to come do this, and they're planning to look for younger, newer, up-and-coming filmmakers and giving them a shot, and doing something a little cheaper, a little more broad, that's not exactly the way they do things on the big scope of Warner Brothers. Do you feel like that's smart, like, starting a banner, giving up-and-comers a new shot?
They need to, and, like, companies have done this for years,
Yeah,
like, we need a new generation
yeah.
of filmmakers. Like, um, I think they are getting more chances, but, like, Warner Brothers do need to do that,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure what kind of, like, lower budget films they need, but we need lower budget
But
films
I
in
mean,
general.
Neon, I don't know if you know their films, but Neon is really interesting, unique movies. These people are behind that studio, so it's like
Yeah,
that makes sense pulling people who are good at taking lower budget things and making them on a grander scope. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I like most of the things that Neon puts out. They bring most of the foreign movies
Mhm.
into the United States, which I do appreciate.
One of the movies I'm gonna be reviewing today is a
Yes.
foreign movie. Yeah, cool. Well, staying in the realm of WB, as we mentioned, as everyone in that knows what's going on in the entertainment industry knows, Netflix is buying Warner Brothers. Everyone's afraid, holy shit, they're gonna just dismantle. We're never gonna have big Warner Brothers movies on the big screen. HBO's going away. They're gonna destroy the whole marketplace. They're gonna die because of this. No, Netflix has put out a they made a whole website essentially claiming it could change, that they're gonna be keeping Warner Brothers and HBO intact. Let everyone who's running it run theirs, still do it the way they're doing, put out on the big screen, put HBO out. They're not just gonna merge it into Netflix. Do you believe this? Do you think it's
I
bullshit?
could believe the problem with this merger is and the problem with Brothers right now is it has too much debt.
Yeah.
So Netflix is taking on their debt. I think the reason why they're gonna do this, I think it's a bad deal. The reason why they're gonna take on all this debt, because I forget what the money is, but it's astronomical.
Oh, yeah. I
Uh,
believe it's what, 108,000,000,000? No, no, that was what Paramount, hostile takeover bid was gonna be.
yeah, so, um, Netflix is just trying to be the biggest fish in the pond and let everybody else die out.
But it's interesting because before all this went down, Ted Sarandos, the head of Netflix, was talking about theatricals dead. Nobody cares about theaters. That's why we don't worry about it. But now he's like, yeah, we want to be in that. Do you think he saw how good Warner Brothers had a year last year? He's like, fuck, we should be in that marketplace. Let's take them.
Yeah, maybe, but I feel like Netflix is wide in the path.
87.7 billion is what they're
Yeah,
offering. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm worried. I will say, I was telling Dennis on the last episode, I like the fact that Netflix gives like big directors a chance to make movies that studios won't let them make.
yeah.
Like,
I feel like Netflix is, like, slowly turning into shovelware. So, like
yeah,
what was uh, what's the site that everything gets dumped on for, like, the new like how back in the day you'd have direct to video? There's a site that's like that now. Is it Tubi or is it
yeah,
uh,
probably,
it's
probably.
probably like
Tubi has a
Tubi.
lot of weird
I
shit.
feel like Netflix is, like, turning into Tubi.
They don't have a lot of interesting stuff, and that's what I'm wondering if they want to take that stuff and essentially have Warner Brothers shit on theirs for free. I don't know.
Yeah. I think they just wanna build their
Yeah,
catalog,
makes
and
sense.
they just wanna be the big fish in the pond, and other companies will just die out.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And I
I
mean,
don't know, I don't if that's how you feel, like, you like
yes and no. Like because the whole reason why homeboy who fucking in charge of Warner Brothers right now, I'm blanking on his name. David, not David, who wow, Zaslav, yeah, David Zaslav. The whole reason they brought him in was so he could essentially come in, make Warner Brothers good and viable to sell off. They were essentially gonna,
oh,
uh,
and it's hard
yeah, that's why, like we were saying earlier, he took Batgirl, shelved it as a tax write-off. Scooby Doo holiday special write-off. The fucking uh, Acme movie write-off. Cancel shows people care about because he just came in to be a shark to make it viable. So they were gonna sell one way or the other. Someone was gonna buy it. I feel like this is the lesser of two evils because this it was essentially between them and Paramount, who Paramount just was bought by Skydance, and yeah, I don't know. That could have been scary if they had control as well.
yeah.
I don't know, but
Am I looking forward to it? No. How about you?
no, I think the smart thing they had their best year ever. Why not continue to just be your own company? Why do you got to sell it right now? Build it up even higher. You can get so much more later on.
They just want the money.
Yeah, it's sad,
It's not
but
about the money, it's about
yeah,
the money.
it's So true. Hopefully, Netflix stays true to what they're saying here. I don't know. Could be wrong. Uh, in 2029, the Oscars will be leaving linear television and starting to be broadcast on YouTube. How do you feel about this? Makes sense to you
Yeah, it
or
does. I don't know if you're looking at TV numbers for shows on, what is normal, like, it's not antenna anymore, but you know what I'm talking about,
yeah, yeah.
broadcast television.
Yep.
It's dead.
Oh,
It
100%.
it's so dead. Um, like, as an example, like, local news is getting more views on YouTube than
Mhm.
it is on their own television channels. I just think the Oscars is probably like, in 2029, like, they're seeing their writing on the wall. That's just my opinion. I don't know if you have a similar opinion or even
Well, yeah,
from.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like and this way, the Academy, they used to do super long things. Now they can just go as long as they want. They're
Yeah.
like 5 hours. We do a whole fucking day of Oscars and not give a fuck because it's all streaming. And isn't that what they do with the video game awards? Is just streamed straight to YouTube?
Yeah. They put it on a lot of different platforms. I haven't watched it in a couple of years, but the the funny thing is that's like, well, how would the Oscars make money? Well, the video game award, it's like all advertisement.
Yeah,
They could do the same thing with
they
the Game
could
Awards.
definitely do that with the Oscars. Yeah,
Yeah, and so at the Game Awards, they always have trailers for new games. They could have trailers for new movies,
hell yeah.
and then, like, studios could pay the Oscars. They could steal that formula. I don't know if they'll do that, but I just
I think it's on the book.
broadcast television, I think, is dying out. I haven't heard a show on broadcast television that, like, made me I haven't heard anything.
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
you heard anything? The only show that I heard that you watched was, like, Superstore. That was, like.
Yeah, that was a while ago. The only one that I feel like I'm kind of watching now because like every now and again I'll watch this Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon spinoff, George and Mandy, but that's all on fucking Paramount Plus anyways.
Yeah, so, like, I haven't heard any
Yeah,
shows,
there's not much.
and then
I guess I do like Fox shows. Fox has a couple of
Fox I haven't heard, but, like, back in the day, like, 20 years ago, like, all people would talk about was, like, "Oh, do you watch this show on Fox? Do you watch this
mhm,
show on
yeah.
CBS?" And I feel, once like, I'm gonna use this as my, time span. I think when Mad Men and cable started making great
Mhm.
television, broadcast television shows could
Dipped.
they dipped, they couldn't keep up, and now with streaming putting out great shows, I just feel like
And
broadcast.
that was the death of it there because it's like they went from being like 24 episodes a season to 8, 9 episodes, and it's like that's the season now. And used to have pilot season, now that's all year round. We're getting shit all the time, which is nice because back when we were kids, we'd have to wait a whole summer to get a new season of something. And now there's something for everyone all the time, anywhere you look.
Yeah.
Uh, but the thing that scares me is like for I want to say for Golden Globes, they were streaming that simultaneously on Hulu last year, and I want to do a live stream of it here. But it crashed. Hulu was down. I couldn't watch it. Couldn't do the live stream. Do you think that would happen with YouTube, or do you think they get so much server power it wouldn't be a problem?
I think YouTube's more powerful than Hulu
That makes
for
sense.
live streaming, and
Yeah,
that's what they do.
that's their whole
That's
market.
the whole thing. It'd be like, I don't know, like, what someone can host a video better than Netflix.
True.
No,
No,
Netflix
not at all.
no, Netflix is
Yeah.
that's what they do. So I feel like YouTube can handle the infrastructure of being like, having that many people watch.
Mhm.
Like, and I don't think Hulu is like.
Well, like you just said, I guess, right there, Hulu, when they started doing their live stream, wasn't there complications with, like, when that boxing match people wanted to see
Oh,
didn't
oh,
that go down? Wasn't
yeah,
that kinda
yeah, that was Netflix. So Netflix got into the live streaming last year, and,
but you don't think we'll get a situation like
no,
that with YouTube?
I don't think with YouTube just because of they have the history of it,
Yeah.
but, like, the issue with Netflix is they weren't used to live. They also took on the WWE, which
Mhm.
the first couple of
I've heard mixed things,
of Raw, it's good now, but, like,
okay.
they needed the hiccup. So I think Hulu, which doesn't like, it wasn't prepared for that kind of like, the infrastructure probably wasn't designed for it,
Mm.
like how Netflix wasn't designed for live TV.
Yeah.
Now live stuff on Netflix is fine. Like, I haven't heard any complaints about how Raw is, like, it's every Monday now.
Now it's just normal.
Yeah, it's
You
normal.
don't gotta
They
worry about it being
yeah,
continued.
I think, like, YouTube, they could just slide right in and just do the
Fair enough.
just have the show.
Alright, not bad. That is gonna do it for our news section, today.